A Riot Cabaret debut for Alexxis Falcon, and a big chance on that debut to reach the very front of the queue to challenge for the Women's Championship.
We know all about Harley Hudson and Libby Grace. We've seen what they've done in Riot Cabaret so far. Both have been impressive. Alexxis Falcon is the wild card in this. Alexxis Falcon being impressive all over the country. Can she replicate that form here at Riot Cabaret? I'd like to think she will.
Very, very hard to call this three-way in this highly competitive women's division. And with the arrival of Alexxis Falcon, it just became even more competitive.
This one's an absolute nightmare to call.
And making her way to the ring from Orpington, Kent, the badass Livvii Grace!
Well, last time around in August at the Grand Slam, Livvii Grace absolutely demolished Kelly Van Ness.
Livvii Grace was absolutely dominant in that match. And she was dominant in the Jukebox Rumble at the grand opening. What can she give us in this triple threat match against competitors of the caliber of Alexxis Falcon and Harley Hudson?
And the final combatant from Liverpool, 9 stone of Scout Skull power, hot and not bothered, Hudsonner, Harley Hudson!
Well, we saw in August that Harley Hudson very, very nearly became the first ever Riot Cabaret Women's Champion. And of course, given what transpired at the conclusion of that match, Hudson would like nothing more than another shot at Nina Samuels.
That is going to be Harley Hudson's inspiration. We saw it in the opening video. Nina Samuels selling Harley Hudson to get out of the ring and then used a very unflattering name for Harley Hudson, who's a favourite here at Riot Cabaret, as you can hear.
Of course, one slight flaw in that plan for Hudson is it's not entirely clear, or by no means clear in fact, that Nina Samuels will still be the Women's Champion by our next show, because of course Samuels has to defend against Millie McKenzie later on tonight.
I think one way or another, I think we'll see Harley and Nina clash.
Livvii Grace.
Speaking of clashes, we've got some clashing going on right here. What a slam by Livvii Grace.
Hudson right on the back of Livvii Grace. It may have been a mistake. Yes, it is. She gets dumped on top of Falcon.
Well, no, that could have been a short night for Harley Hudson if she had to move that away there.
I think it demonstrates just how quickly Livvii Grace can put opponents away. Again, as Kelly Van Ness will tell you, it's going to be done in pretty short order.
A little bit of revenge from the Jukebox Rumble with Harley Hudson and Alexxis Falcon teaming up on Livvii Grace. It was the reverse in that Rumble. When Livvii Grace, Rhea O'Reilly and Sky Smithson.
Well, and if this was a Rumble, Grace would have just been eliminated.
But it's not. 1 fall to a finish here. It's not an elimination. First person to pin or submit their opponent will be facing either Nina Samuels or Millie McKenzie at the next show.
Given the mechanics of this kind of match, when one opponent is out of the ring, it's a golden opportunity to try and pin or submit the other.
It's a big gamble by Livvii Grace. Do you rest and recover, or do you get back into the ring quick and risk an opponent scoring a pinfall?
There might be a pinfall right here. Harley Hudson, an early 2 count as she again tries to become the #1 contender. Hudson, one of the most talked about up-and-coming stars on the British scene in the past year or two. That's even more incentive for Livvii Grace and Alexxis Falcon to put her in her place.
I think Livvii Grace picked her moment perfectly there. Waited till Harley Hudson was immobilised. Oh!
She's not just a powerhouse, Livvii Grace, she's a smart athlete, smart wrestler as well. Alexxis Falcon has got Hudson, going to suplex Hudson into Grace.
Using Harley Hudson like a weapon there on Livvii Grace.
Grace just rolling Back to the outside. Falcon sees it. She'll try and take advantage of the moment, and 1 count there. Falcon looking very, very confident. We're on her first time in the Clapham Grand. Thrusting those shoulders into the midsection here of Harley Hudson. Hudson looks like she's in real trouble here against Alexxis Falcon, who's got a big grin on her face. Maybe a fisherman suplex, yes indeed, from Falcon. Still no sign of Livvii Grace as Falcon has Hudson to herself here. Building up a head of steam off the ropes. And in the end, change gears.
And the Riot Cabaret fans did not like that a bit. Absolutely hated that. And Hudzilla might be Hudson up here.
Has enraged Harley Hudson. The disrespect from Falcon returned in kind from Hudson. And here comes that Scouse girl power that's brought Harley Hudson so far.
This is breaking down here. Oh,
got about a hair. On the left, right. Good night from Harley Hudson. Here comes Grace. So Grace back in the ring. Livvii Grace is in the ring. Hudson hasn't seen her. Now she knows. Livvii Grace sends Hudson to the ropes. Picks her up.
Oh!
If Grace can crawl over and make the cover, she could be the #1 contender for the women's title.
That was a nasty landing for Harley Hudson there.
Hudson has no idea where she is. Her eyes are glazed over.
Yeah.
Grace with the suplex delivered. And Falcon, though, now rejoining the fray. Battling on all fours here. It's like just a scrap of fight now between these three.
Oh, and Libby Grace is taking no prisoners whatsoever.
Look at the look on that face. Grace getting a hold of Falcon, who might regret coming to Southwest London tonight.
Oh!
Kick, it's a mule-type kick into the midsection of Livvii Grace.
I don't think that was in the midsection, Dave.
I was being polite. The pin hooks that outside leg to Falcon and kicked out by Grace.
Nothing polite about that kick. In any other contest tonight, that would have been resulted in a disqualification.
Oh, well, more of the same from Harley Hudson. Hudson sending Alexxis Falcon into Livvii Grace. Pauses the DDT. Will try for the pin on Grace. Hudson gets 2. Gonna try it on Falcon instead. If at first you don't succeed, try again, but it's another 2 counts. You're gonna try again on Grace. And it is diminishing returns here for Harley Hudson.
It's a good thing we got 2 referees tonight because Tom Scarborough's getting a workout here.
Harley Hudson chant breaking out. It's going to need all that support because this one hangs in the balance. Uppercut, right hand from Hudson, but Falcon and Grace are going to team up on her, or maybe not. Every woman for herself here.
Oh. I mean, fair play to Harley Hudson, standing her ground with these massive strikers. Oh, there you go, good night. Livvii Grace is cooking now. Oh, no!
What a running knee from Livvii Grace. Falcon is out, and Livvii Grace has won it. She's the #1 contender.
You're going to have to scrape Alexxis Falcon off the mat here, because that was huge. I mean, the clue was in the song, Dave.
What a statement from Livvii Grace.
Here is your winner and #1 contender for the Riot Cabaret Women's World Championship, Livvii Grace!
I think Livvii Grace...
Livvii Grace got something to say here.
Yeah. She wants to speak. I'm not going to try and stop her.
ring. Third show tonight was absolutely no different. So you know what? I don't care if it's Nina Samuels, I don't care if it's Millie McKenzie. I don't care which one of you it is. I want the damn title and I'm gonna fucking get it!
All right then.
Wow. Well, consider Millie McKenzie and Nina Samuels on notice. Livvii Grace isn't playing around.
If I was either one of them, I'm not sure I'd want to win the women's title match tonight.
I don't feel safe up here, Dave.